The story begins with a young man who apparently broke into a house to steal. The people inside mention that Christmas is near and the weather will get cold. The guy leaves the house thinking he hit the jackpot with what he stole, but he's clearly not satisfied. He says it's not enough to cover his monthly expenses, so he breaks into another house. This second house is a complete mess, and as he's rummaging through things, he runs into a little girl who asks who he is. He panics and doesn't know what to say, but the innocent girl thinks he's Santa Claus. He plays along and tells her not to tell anyone she saw him. As he's leaving, he realizes the girl is following him, saying she wants to see Santa in action. The cheerful girl tells him her friends live nearby. The guy thinks he can take advantage of this if he gets caught. He'll pretend he's acting as Santa, or worst case, blame everything on the girl. He asks her about her friends and their houses. She describes them and tells him what their favorite toys are. He buys a toy police car for the first kid, and they head to the house. When they arrive, he tells the girl to go home so he can do his job. But she throws a tantrum, insisting she wants to go with him and see everything. He says no because they could get caught, but she blackmails him, saying she'll tell people he's Santa. He gives in, but tells her not to make a sound. They enter through a window, and he heads straight for valuables. The girl says it's not her friend's room, and he tells her to be quiet. Eventually, they go to the right room and leave the gift next to the bed. The girl says her friend looks happy, but then her stomach growls with hunger, and they both rush out. He reminds her he told her not to make noise, and she replies that she's hungry. He says it's time to go home, and the girl reluctantly agrees. The next day, he's walking and sees the boy who got the toy, excitedly showing it to his mom. The boy assumes his dad got it for him, but his mom says that's impossible. So the boy concludes it must have been Santa, and thanks him for reminding him of his dad. That night, the guy's about to break into another house when he runs into the girl again. She asks where he's going this time. He asks if she has more friends nearby. She says she has a girlfriend who lives close and describes her house and favorite things. This time, they buy a strange-looking stuffed animal. When they get there, he tells her to stay outside, and she actually listens. He does what he needs to do and leaves the gift. When he comes out, she asks if her friend was happy. He says she was asleep, and the girl says she'll definitely be happy when she wakes up. Then she asks where they're going next. The guy says it looks like it's going to rain, so that's it for today. She says goodbye and says, "See you tomorrow." He agrees, then realizes he has no idea what he's doing. Later, back home, he's counting the money he made when he hears a commotion outside. Some kids are beating someone up. It's the same girl, being attacked by the friends she talked about. He rushes out and scares them off. She's badly hurt, and since it's raining, they take shelter at a park. He asks if those kids weren't her friends, and she says they are. He yells that friends don't hit each other and asks why she gives them gifts. She says it's because they're not happy, and she wants them to be. He laughs and says she's weird and dumb. The girl talks about her friend Tokun, whose dad was a cop but died in an accident, and now he cries every day. And her friend Mona lost her pet, so she gave her a stuffed animal that looked like it. She just wanted them to be happy. He laughs again and says she's really a good kid, unbelievably innocent. She asks if he has something he wishes for, since he's always giving to others. He says he has nothing. She says she hopes he finds something soon. Finally, he asks for her name. It's Fuyuko. He says since she's just a kid, she must have a lot of wishes. She agrees but won't tell him. Then she looks at a clock in the park and runs off, worried her dad will be mad. As she runs, he notices bruises on her legs. Even though he knows why he shouldn't, he decides to go to her house, saying that even if he's done nothing with his life and knows he's a piece of shit, he can't let a kid like Fuyuko go through this. He's going to give her the best Christmas gift. But when he arrives, he sees Fuyuko on the floor, beaten and crying. He rushes to help her, but a man, probably her father, appears and hits him. Still, he manages to escape and takes Fuyuko with him. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He says he doesn't see himself as a good person, but not entirely bad either. He always felt an emptiness inside, like life only gave him crap, so he lived recklessly. But Fuyuko's purity started filling that emptiness. She became what he was looking for. We see time pass weeks, months, years. One day, he wakes up and finds an adult Fuyuko rushing around. She says she already did all the house chores and just needs him to take out the trash. He asks if she's going somewhere. She says it's her first day at work. He offers to make dinner, but she says it's not necessary. She'll have training, give a tour of the dorms, and have a special dinner. She's thinking of moving closer to work, saying it's what her dad would have wanted. He starts to protest, but she cuts him off, saying she'll be fine. She says goodbye, calling him dad with a warm smile. He can't help but see the little Fuyuko and tells her to take care. As she leaves, neither of them can hold back tears. The story ends with the man turning himself in to the police and leaving a letter for Fuyuko. He writes that it was her pure happiness that filled the void inside him. Maybe it wasn't what she would have wanted, but he never regretted kidnapping her. He thanks her for giving him the best life he could have had and signs the letter, The Dark Santa. In the final scene, we see Fuyuko reading the letter, then looking up to the sky and smiling.